Thursday. It's Thursday. No Idea Podcast.
Yo.
NFL Draft Day.
Yep.
Let's
D-Ray,
go.
AD, Russell. We're here for the seventh
day.
time.
Number
Thank
7.
you guys for listening. Yeah, number 7. It's been that much.
That's what that is.
Almost, 3 months? 3+ months? Something like that?
Something like that.
Really?
Hit us up
Doesn't seem
at
like that.
No Idea Cast on Twitter. Thank you for all the interactions there. Once again, Kendall Higgins, Drugs. Thank you for your interaction. Eric
Is that
Gilbert.
their name for real?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Drugs.
It's Drugs.
Well, you must have really enjoyed the last show.
Yo, you loved it. Loved it.
She hit us up almost
she,
every
okay.
week. Yeah. She hits us up almost every week. And then Fox and Locks One Sock. They got some wild names on Twitter.
You know what I'm saying? I thought, what was
They
the
do.
name that you liked? The somebody we cited today, Famous something.
Oh, Famous.
It was
Famous,
Yeah,
yeah.
Famous.
Yeah, that was a website though, right?
Famous.
Yeah.
It's like a website or a show.
I don't know what that
they
was.
have.
Whatever it was, that was one of the dumbest
They-
names. That goes down on the list. But
they doing big. They doing it big.
also email us at noideacast@gmail.com. Like us on our Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
Friend us on our other Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for listening. So today we got the NFL draft. Being here in Dallas, Cowboys just drafted Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel Elliott,
Ezekiel
man.
Elliott. Let's go.
I'm still kind of in shock that they took him at 4.
Yeah.
I cannot believe at 4. I mean,
I
don't-
love it.
I'm not saying I don't love it. I love it.
love
I'm
it.
really excited about what it's gonna look like with a star on his helmet. What number do you think gonna pick? Because he was 15 in college, right? I don't know.
I don't care. It's
20, can we give him 22?
I have a prediction. Whatever number he picks, that's how many touchdowns he's going to score. Let's go.
I believe that.
Let's go.
What's the
I hope
over and under on
I
that?
hope so. Let his number be 99.
There you go.
But what's his injury history like? I
None.
can't.
0.
No injury history.
No injuries. No off the field
No
stuff.
off the field stuff.
Really?
Nothing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely nothing. You know, only thing he called out his coach, rightfully so, when he only ran the ball 8 times
In the loss.
and they lost.
Well, see, and that could potentially be a problem with the Cowboys. Everybody knows how, audible happy Tony gets sometimes when he hit the goal line wanting to stack
but
them numbers up.
Tony's lucky to still have his shoulder attached to his body at this point. So
True.
I think he's going to be audible into
It's
a run.
still very fresh in his memory how that DeMarco Murray season went, and he know what it's going to be like if he get a tailback behind him that can rush for 2,000 yards.
Hopefully so. But I was just before we started, I was telling AD that I can't really get too big into college football outside of the bowl game just because of so many teams. I don't know who's playing who and whether it should be a blowout or not, just because I don't really know. But I pulled up the YouTube highlights of him, and I was expecting to see some kind of Barry Sanders, Chris Johnson.
So you like the more
Adrian
speed, you like the
Peterson.
speed and shifty back.
Well, yeah, elusiveness. I think you got to have that if you're a running back in the NFL. I mean, because all the other stuff equals out. Everybody's fast. Everybody's big. You got to be elusive. You got to be able to make something special happen. And his little highlights didn't really seem to show that a bunch.
But I'm trying to figure out what highlights you watching, because the highlights I see quickness, I see shiftiness. Matter of fact, I see him making his offensive line look really good on some blocks they missed. He's very good at planting his foot and go when his offensive lineman makes a blunt, running off the backside. Great pass catcher, very physical in pass protection, especially with stuff coming off the edges. So Romo is like on his knees thanking him for bringing him in for that purpose alone. But I see a complete back, and I'm like D-Ray. I want to see 43 touchdowns in a season.
I think we all want to see 43.
I mean, our
44,
backs,
45.
Morris and McFadden combined last year for 4 touchdowns. I think we can do better.
Well, and I think the combination of, I like the Alfred Morris signing. We hadn't talked about that. I like the Alfred Morris signing from the Redskins. It hurts the Redskins and it helps us. And it's a very low contract, 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Very little guaranteed
Great
money.
deal.
Same thing with McFadden. McFadden is making, I think, his base salary may be $500,000, and the rest is in bonuses.
Yeah.
And he gave us 1,100 yards last year. So
They going to have to now because Zeke going to get about 30.
yeah, I mean, so I'm thinking, man, as a unit, we should run the ball for about 3,000 yards this year.
Wow, that's high expectations.
It is high expectations, but if you look at it, if one of them is 1,000-yard back, which will probably end up being Elliott, he's going to get the most opportunity. And then if the other two, can just come somewhere close to that, we can be close to a 3,000-yard season this year. We got to run the ball. We don't have a chance to win in the playoffs if we have to have a backup quarterback. And I'm so glad we didn't draft a rookie quarterback and expect him to be our backup.
Absolutely. That would have been a disaster.
Yeah, we just, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you feel about Romo, we are stuck with him for the duration of his contract. His contract is too large for us to bring in another quarterback that's going to actually be of significance.
Yeah.
So we got to keep him healthy.
So you were against the Cowboys drafting a quarterback in the first round?
Yes, with number 4 pick. Now, there's another Buckeye that I'm a fan of that I think we can get day 3.
Cardale Jones. Oh, he'll be there day 3.
Cardale will be there day 3, and I think we can get him. He's a big quarterback. He's in all those highlight films you looked at for Ohio State. He's the quarterback number. What was his number? He's big. You'll see him.
Cordell was like number 9.
Yeah, something like that. He's huge.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's Ben Roethlisberger size, and he has that kind of arm.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's just raw. He's very raw. And so I think he's the type that can sit behind Romo for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And once Romo finishes, then we can give him a shot. And then by that point, we'll know whether or not. Well, at least the team will know whether or not he's good or not.
So since he played with Ezekiel, you're not worried about any potential quarterback controversies if Tony has a bad game, and since Ezekiel is known a little bit for kind of bucking against the establishment, being like, hey, you know what? That's why we need to go ahead and bench Romo and put my boy back in there.
No, because he from what I've seen, I watched a whole lot of Ohio State. My son and I are college football and pro football fans, so we watch whatever's on TV. If we're there, we'll watch the game together. And so I never thought the Cowboys would ever have a chance to get Ezekiel Elliott. I've been watching this kid since he came out of high school, and he started from day one at Ohio State. He was the number 1 recruit in his recruiting class coming out of high school, number 1 player. And when you watch the game, he's clearly the best player on the field in most of the games they played. And you look at his yards at the end of each game, and the kid was averaging almost 200 yards a game. I mean, how can you against top level competition? It's not like he's going against weak defenses.
He is playing at Ohio State.
Yeah, he's playing at Ohio State. So that I think now he does not. I see what you're saying. If you're on YouTube and you're looking for that wow factor,
right?
He's not. He has had some 40 and 50-yard runs. Matter of fact, he had like an 80-yard run.
He's the only back in the last, I think they said 10 years that's had three 80-plus yard touchdown runs.
And on the run for the national championship, because they didn't go this year, but the previous year he averaged was like 250 yards a game during the playoffs. So, and that's when they were game planning against him. So, he had a couple of 80-yard runs, 75-yard run. He'll give you that, but that's not where he makes his bread and butter. His bread and butter is made between the tackles. Getting
falling
5
forward.
or 6. Yeah, falling forward, getting 7, 8, 9 yards a carry.
Touchdowns, man.
Touchdowns. That's what we need.
Scoring.
We need that ball in
rushing
the end zone.
Touchdown.
Well, hopefully that is what he gives us, and he becomes kind of a replacement for DeMarco Murray that we needed.
Right. But, no more third and short and trying to pass to Escobar in the back of the end zone.
Well, you know what? hey, you get off Escobar. I like Escobar.
I like him, but
I like Escobar. Okay, now, but speaking of pass, and let's just spend 30 seconds on this because we talked about it last show. Laramie Tunsil is getting passed over in the draft.
Tunsil. Yeah. He's fallen. He has not.
He was
the Bears took an outside linebacker.
Russ, let me tell you, he was supposed to be the number 1 pick overall until the teams traded up to get quarterbacks. Okay,
right.
So then he was supposed to be number 3. Well, what came out today on now he's saying, I just looked at right before we started the show, that his page was hacked. But he's not denying that it was him because he takes off the mask. This fool is smoking weed with a gas mask on. And then is dumb enough to take it off while he's being recorded. Well, now, this could have been from 2 years ago. It could have been from last week. Nobody knows.
This just in, his agent is saying that is hacked. That is not Laramie Tunsil.
That's the go-to move.
It's hacked.
But
it is hacked.
But the dummy takes off the mask. So either he has a twin, or really all brothers do look alike.
It's really good digital editing.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Hey, they can do anything now. They can do anything.
That Photoshop is a monster, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You can put I saw somebody put
ridiculous.
the Michael Jordan crying
face on him. Yeah.
On Birdman, so you know.
They put some respect on that name.
Some respect.
That's true.
Put some respect on it.
You can do anything.
Thank you for giving me. I just want to do a 5-second PSA for all the youngsters who are listening. Leave the weed alone. If you got a chance to be a millionaire and they drug test, just put the joint down.
Yeah.
It'll be there once you finish your career, or even in the off season. It'll be there. Put the weed down.
So
put the alcohol down.
The PSA from No Idea is smoke weed in your off time, not while you're at your job.
Not when you know you're gonna be tested. All that looking at you, and you too, drugs. You too,
drugs.
You too.
Put it down.
Put it down. If you about to be a millionaire, put it down.
We can see you.
Put it down.
Yeah, I know we talked about that a little bit last time. That does show you how addictive things are when you're willing to give up millions of dollars.
Oh my goodness.
Just to go ahead and smoke some herb. I mean,
is.
That's
and the high is gonna last at the most, an hour or two?
About an hour or two, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get some munchies, you might, get Jack in the Box meals or something like that, and then you realize your career's over and you gotta go to unemployment line and you gotta find out what you're gonna do. Update, Eli Apple was just drafted out of Ohio State, right?
Oh man, cornerback.
For the Giants. The Giants took him.
That might be a problem. Now they just paid Janoris Jenkins a whole bunch of money, didn't they?
They did.
He may be a problem because that kid is big and he can cover.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're losing Russell with all this draft
No.
He does not follow college ball at all. So
college football and college basketball are kind of in the same realm.
Oh, you got to watch college football, man.
I like watching the high profile games, but I can't get into it on a week to week deal unless there's some cash involved to kind of make it interesting. It's just too many. It's too many games.
The gambler.
It's too many games and too many teams involved to keep him.
I think you're right. We got a new nickname for Russ. Russ, aka the gambler.
Hey, that's what I'm known for. but for winning, when I'm losing, then I go on.
Then you
on strike for a while. And I'm gonna give drugs the proper respect she deserves. Her Twitter name really is Broke Homie Says, but she's at drugs. So
okay.
I'm assuming she smokes. If that's what you do.
That's why she's
broke homie says. Hey,
because she's spending it on a habit.
We still appreciate your support. We don't judge your life decisions.
No. We're not judging. But I'm just saying, if you know you're gonna be tested, leave it alone.
Put it down. We see you.
Don't lose your job at AT&T or Sears or whatever it is by smoking weed. People, let's not do that. So
it's so sad. God.
Yeah, that is.
So hopefully that gets bigger. The draft gets better as the day goes by.
Oh, we gonna get another first round pick from our boys tonight. I promise you. They jumping back in there.
I think we're gonna try to get Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, they jumping back in there.
I'm sorry, I gotta do this again because we were talking about these Twitter names. We check our Twitter account periodically and try to engage with our listeners and hopefully. Encounter some new people who've not heard the show before as well. Twitter's just kind of a fun place to interact with people. But these names are wild. So we just got tweeted from Ty. She looks like she's a makeup artist or something like that.
Okay.
Nice looking lady.
How you doing, lady?
What's going on?
Her @ is Instant Karma Ho.
All right now.
Karma?
KARMAHOE.
Instant Karma Ho.
So I don't know if she's calling herself the Instant Karma Ho or if she's saying, "Hey, you do this,
and it's
instant
gonna be
karma ho." I don't know. Okay. But either way, hey, we appreciate you reaching out, and we hope you do listen to this episode and that you enjoy it. So Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to do that. I saw that pop up. I just had to jump out there.
That would get my attention.
Instant Karma Ho. Yeah.
Wow.
It just rolls off the tongue,
it's
too.
got to be Instant Karma Ho.
Right.
It's got to be that one.
I think so.
That just sounds
That
better.
makes sense, because how would she be the Instant Karma Ho unless she's like the Punisher, like on his last...
So you caught up. You caught up on Jessica Jones, huh?
I caught up on all of them.
Wow.
Netflix is doing that thing.
Netflix
but,
is a beast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. How do we make it before Netflix?
I wish that I had the self-control necessary to allow me to, because, I've cut the cord. I don't have any kind of cable. I just have Apple TV.
I admire you for that.
Netflix, Hulu.
Yeah, you're off the grid.
I'm off completely. That's my goal, is to be as self-sufficient as possible. And so the problem with Netflix is you get this good quality programming, but you are forced to binge watch it and sacrifice sleep and work and anything else.
It just draws you in, man.
It is. But think how dope it would be if you had the ability, or if you could set it up on Apple to actually have it spread out over the course of however many episodes it would be if it were played out over one time a week.
I guess, you know what? I guess I have developed that because I don't really binge watch Netflix as much as I used to. When I first got it, and this is back when they would send a disc, even before I did the streaming, and I was sending the disc in the mail. Oh man, like Lost. The show Lost, I watched the whole series in literally in the span of maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it can happen.
And I was like, man, I I have lost myself in this. And so when I got the streaming, House of Cards is what I love.
Oh yeah.
House of Cards is excellent. And
what's that guy's name? Kevin Spacey. That's my guy.
Excellent. And so what I did with that one was my wife and I started watching it together. Then she started sneaking and watching it when she was at work or when she was at the beauty shop.
Yeah, you gotta watch them ladies.
Yeah, and she got ahead of me. I felt like she cheated on me. You know what I'm saying, with House of Cards. Because this is something we're supposed to be doing together.
And that's exactly how you feel.
Yeah,
like
feel
you've
bad.
been cheated on because you know
I've been
something I
slowing
don't
down,
know.
waiting on you.
Exactly. I've been trying to be considerate.
Oh yeah. Especially, we done hit a touchy subject right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is really real. You got to respect the Netflix and the Hulu and all the new episodes, you know what I mean? Especially if you done cut the cord. Ain't nothing worse. Ain't nothing more deceitful.
Exactly. Man, talk
You don't
about it, brother.
feel-
Testify.
There's no other betrayal that I can think of that hurts as bad
It cuts to the core, man.
as
really
watching the new episode of Blackish, thinking it's going to be the new episode that you and your spouse or significant
Can
other
enjoy
going to watch
together.
together.
Exactly.
And then you see it done played all the way through, and it say play again, and know it done already been watched.
Oh, no.
You know what? Whatever happened to trust and honor and respect and decency?
Exactly.
And
You know what?
They had a commercial about that. You remember there was a commercial about a year ago that was real popular, and this guy discovered that his girlfriend had watched all the shows that he was supposed to watch with him. So apparently this is cross-racial lines, cultural lines.
Yes.
Across tax brackets, the Democrats and Republicans both have this problem. I bet you Ivanka Trump is sneaking and watching something that her and Donald will be watching together.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly.
You know, now she may not have to watch it in another language because English is not her first language.
No.
And it's,
Well, see, these are the type of, I didn't want to get back into politics, but these are the type of, situations that we need to hear Bernie and we need to hear Hillary talk about, because this lets us know where they are in terms of trust and reliability.
Yep.
Hillary, are you
Exactly.
skipping forward on Bill, on House of Cards?
well, now,
and Veep?
now Hillary's
and-
allowed to do that to Bill.
'Cause-
I give her a pass. I give her a pass on
that's
that.
that reciprocity shit.
Yeah.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Hey.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
What did Lauryn Hill say? She was just trying to gain some reciprocity.
That's all she's trying to do.
I never knew that word until that song. I had never heard that word, man. And then she draws it out, man, which kind of helps us transition because Lauren is a good lyricist. We want to talk about who's the dopest lyricist. You know, we got Tupac, we got some other names.
Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, some people out there, Hey, shout out to my boy Pat Briscoe. I got the authority to clear the legal. He said I could use.
We use the government.
We use the government.
Oh, Pat, you done messed up.
Briscoe,
I hope you paid your taxes last week, bro.
Thanks for listening in and giving the show idea, and we gonna run with this thing. And you gave us Tupac and Kanye. Like, I wouldn't even put. I don't know. I just don't feel Kanye like that. I think most
either,
of the time
but I think
he just
Russell
getting
does.
up there.
I think Russell does.
No, you know what? You know what? There's a special place in my heart for Tupac. Tupac done got me through a bunch of angry situations in life. You know what I mean? Anytime something crazy happens, you put on some Tupac, and he kind of just takes you to a place that gets you out of that old place. But I think that is an interesting kind of discussion to have, because I guess it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about just being an artist in general? Or are you talking about, Billboard charts? Or are you talking about Grammy nominations and wins? Because if you talk about it from a Grammy perspective, or if you talk about it from just who makes a better song that you want to listen to over and over and over again, then I think Kanye is better than Tupac.
I don't know.
You
mean
okay? No. Kanye is a producer and a rapper, so I kind of get what you're going, because stuff is kind of catchy and
exactly.
I'm with you, but
I get that.
But that's some old school cats that they got to be a part of this conversation. And I'm on Billboard came out with a list. I think they update it every year.
Yeah.
They have like their own top 10, and so I was kind of using to kind of refresh my mind. I got a guy that's slept on constantly, and y'all may think he's silly, but I think the dude got some serious flow. Y'all ready?
Ready.
And you're gonna laugh at me.
I'm
Ludacris.
Oh no, that's not fun.
That's not fun.
Ludacris. And just for the record, I am not into the drugs, the sex, drug, sex, rock and roll, so to speak. I don't live my life like that anymore. But when I do hear it,
anymore,
you just gotta slip
revelation. They tried to slide that in.
I'm not into the crack and the women and the murders. I don't do that anymore.
All the hold'em from my former life.
Listen, I was speaking musically. Brothers. Musically, I'm not on that level anymore.
Gotcha.
But I think Luda, I think his way of expressing himself is very. I like creativity, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I like Eric B. and Rakim. Rakim, thinking of a master plan. Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands, so I dig into my pocket. All my money's spent. I gotta find me the way to get some dead presidents. I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
And so just I can listen to. I have XM in my car, Sirius XM, and I can listen to the Throwback Rap Station all night long, because it's just some high quality on there.
It is.
I try to hate on Eminem as much as I can, but people love M. I'm not really a fan, but like I say, I was kind of phasing out when M was phasing in. I think you got Dre. You got Outkast, both of them.
Yeah.
Big Boy and Andre.
Yeah. Right. Big Boy don't get the respect he deserves.
Which I don't know why, because Big Boy can go, but Andre was so eclectic. He was so different in his delivery. Yeah, I think that's what made So yeah, we even talking about Lauryn Hill. I mean, although she only had that one album,
she did,
and then she went crazy.
But my thing is, I love my problem with the catchy part, the part about it just being catchy and you want to hear it all the time, is that's really what my issue is with music and rap today.
Yeah,
is that
bubblegum?
They not talking about nothing. It's just. You put a nice little beat together and you come up with and make up some words.
Young Thug and hit the corner.
You don't even really know you don't even really know what they saying or what they talking about. So part of mine is I want it to sound good. Exactly. I want it to sound good.
Out of here, L.A. Reid.
But I also
L.A. Reid, I'm disappointed in you.
I want to be able to hear what are you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? What are you really talking about? It don't even have to be nothing philosophical and all deep, but Can we use the real English dictionary sometime?
That's true, and Kanye definitely butchers the English language constantly throughout his music. But Still though, I mean, you tell me, because I see what you're saying, D-Ray, and I don't disagree. I like Ludacris. I don't think he gets a lot of respect, or he definitely doesn't get the respect that he deserves just because of the content, you know.
Cats like Twista and Busta Rhymes, and who have a different sound.
Exactly.
They don't sound like everybody. Now Kanye does not sound like
Busta Rhymes. Now see you done lost me with the Busta. You know, man. Busta Rhymes.
Busta has some hits now.
He did have some hits.
This is serious.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, come on, man.
He had some.
And then the song he had with Janet Jackson, and I mean, he had.
Yeah.
I mean, Busta been doing this for a long. But Busta Tribe Called Quest. How can we forget about Quest?
We can't.
Q-Tip and my man that just died. Phife Dawg.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I get all those references, but Busta Rhymes and the conversation with Tupac and Kanye, he just don't.
You wouldn't put Busta up there. You wouldn't put Busta up. I'm not saying he's the greatest ever do it.
Not Busta.
I mean, you got to give him his respect though for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when they put some tight lyricists together at one point, I mean, you had Wayne, you had M. You put some people on an album. They did put Busta on there with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those guys respect him. So I mean,
I think that boils down to, and obviously I don't know what their agenda was on that, but I think it's like two camps in the rap world. There's people who respect lyricists in general and respect kind of the ability to make a hit song and, to stay relevant that way. And then you got people who just really enjoy rappers who can rap fast. And if you can rap fast, they just think, even if you're saying bubblegum, bubble yum all through, the song over and over again really, really fast, then they love you.
True.
I'm of the former. I like people who can actually make quality songs that are, don't really age on you real fast. And that's my whole thing with Kanye and Tupac is, you tell me one song of Tupac's that you would rather listen to on a continuous loop versus Kanye West Gold Digger.
Well, I'm going to show my age because I think Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby, some of it's more socially aware stuff when he just wasn't talking about being a thug and smoking weed and hitting it as much as he could.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you got to also, for me, the first one that came to mind was California Love with him and Dre. I grew up on that. So I could listen.
So you saying you think California Love is a better song than...
You said what I want to hear it in loop over and over again.
That was one scenario. Let me think of what's like let's say what's a signature Kanye West song? Like
I think that is a signature song. But he had help for Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx sang that hook. That's Jamie. A lot of people think that's Ray. That's actually Jamie imitating Ray.
Exactly.
On that hook. And if you listen to like the whole version, you hear Jamie Foxx giggling, I think at the front of it or something that lets you know that it's him. So he had some help, and once again, him being a producer, that was a hot track. That track was fire.
It was,
I think that he is a great artist, and I'm trying to separate Kanye, the public figure, versus Kanye, the artist.
That's what's hard to do.
It's hard to do with Kanye.
It's so hard to do.
That dude is so narcissistic.
Oh man, just absolutely. But look. We know I'm not debating him as an artist. As an artist, he's extremely creative. Some of the stuff that he puts out is extremely profound. You have to really pay attention to kind of think deeply about what he's trying to say, socially conscious wise, and what kind of messages he getting.
Kendrick Lamar. How we forget Kendrick? I know he's still good, but Kendrick got to be in there somewhere.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I personally like Kendrick Lamar over Kanye.
Sure.
Somebody put on Instagram.
I mean, as a rapper, like I said, just as a rapper, that's one thing. I put Tupac obviously over Kanye that way,
obviously.
but just from a
you're saying total package. You saying put on the album and can just rock it and just the whole nine.
Who makes the more popular sound in general?
Popular. But see, music is so subjective.
Right.
The three of us can listen to something, and two of us gonna love it, one's gonna hate it.
Right.
Because we bring our own sensibilities to it, and then as we age, our priorities change.
Right.
And rap is a young man's game, at least the current form of rap. And I wish some of the old greats would start rapping like grown men, who are in their 40s and their 50s, and Ice Cube. I'm really talking about you because I respect who you have become. But when you perform, you still rapping as if you're a teenager, and you got kids who are almost 30 now. So, I just wish, like Slick Rick and some of these other cats who were still around, Dougie Fresh, I just wish they would rap about grown man problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Changing diapers in the middle of the night. I can relate to that. Getting laid off my job. Man, I got to make this mortgage payment. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe I'm asking too much. I want to kind of shift the conversation just a little bit.
I think
though.
some of them used to do that though. Kumo D, he used to talk about going to work.
I go to work.
You know what I'm saying?
I get the job done. You're right.
He talked about that stuff.
Sidebar, and then I got to hit this spot up. But sidebar, who has ganked the African American community out of more kind of entertainment dollars than Ice Cube? He's put out the same movie.
Tyler
15
Perry.
different times.
Tyler Perry.
Okay,
Both of them geniuses.
Tyler Perry got to be number 2. He got to be. I don't know if he number 1.
He's
Ice Cube
his
getting
movies
big
got
enough.
to have sold more than and you look at the performances that the plays they do. He's got to be up there.
You think Tyler Perry's movies have made more collectively than Ice Cube's Friday?
Yeah.
Friday 1, 2.
Because you
3,
got
all the
black
way through
women.
15.
You got angry black women who'll go and watch Tyler Perry 3 times when it comes out.
Well,
That's
that
true.
might be the case.
That is very true.
So I guess Ice Cube is number 2, but that's just messed up, pal. And people fall for the same. It's like Barbershop, the new edition or whatever it is. It's the same movie as the last 3.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it.
I'm
It's
pretty
always
sure it
the
is.
same. It's always like, oh, you know what? This is the place where all the hood and the cool people come to hang out.
Right.
Oh, something's finna happen to the spot. Oh, we need to find this kind of money to be able to save the spot.
Well, I don't
they're not
think-
gonna, it's the same plot.
This one, this
Different
time,
people.
I don't know. It was
Not knocking them.
Yeah, I just don't
I
know
wish
that it
I'd
was
done it,
about
but-
saving the shop this time. It was more about saving his
neighborhood
his
or
son
something?
and the community.
But
and
it's
all that.
always saving
you
something.
seen it?
You're just moving
No, I
pieces
haven't.
around.
I hadn't seen it. Have you seen the Russ?
No, I stopped after
I'm
Friday
going to.
2.
I'm gonna go see it, and they're gonna have another Friday come out too.
I'm sure they will.
They keep saying that. I don't know.
Yeah, he kept asking and putting it out there whether or not anybody wanted that to happen, and because everybody is saying yes, he's gonna make it happen. But I go support Ice Cube stuff because regardless of it's the same movie or not, it's entertaining. It's fun to watch. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to team up with the right people
That's
at
true.
the right time.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's what he does. It's been the same movie 12 different times. But either way,
I personally think they need to put Ice Cube in the movie with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith when they do the next Bad Boys. I think that would be awesome. But anyway, just bring them together.
how would
And
that
have a
work?
ride along
Kind
with
of a
Kevin
ride along with
Hart,
Kevin Hart
and Bad Boys.
have
got
them
to
too,
do
where
a
they have to
combo
kind of
movie.
work
Right.
together or whatever. So you got the comedy side added to the fly, Will Smith character. I mean, and then you got Martin, a legend in comedy, along with the up and coming
Man,
star.
we keep digressing.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I think that would be
They
awesome.
You know what?
So-
Why doesn't Martin
Hey.
get the respect he deserves? You know what I
He
mean?
doesn't.
People just kind of throw Martin to the side. You know, he had a great comedy career. He had a great sitcom on TV for a long time, and now people just you don't hardly see him anymore outside of these big mama movies.
But I think that's of his doing.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I think he did do that.
I think that's of his doing. I think, and also I think Martin had some personal issues.
He did.
And that kind of, you remember he fell out. He was running in the middle of traffic and all that. I don't want to put anything on the airways that's not true.
No, he said that in his comedy special. He attributed that to smoking some bad weed.
And since you said smoking bag weed, I just want to go ahead and break in here and say Laramie Tunsil has just been drafted by the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, he got some good green now. He can get it fresh when it come across borders.
News at 11.
24/7, 365. They bring it in by the boatload.
Hey, but you know what else is 24/7, 365?
Oh
Russ?
yeah, great segue. I mean, I gotta do the slow clap for that one. I mean,
Hey man,
that
you know,
was-
hey,
That was all right.
Hey, you know what, man? I segue a little bit. I passed by a radio and television class one time when I was in college. I walked by the hallway one time.
Awesome, man.
Touche. Once again, the Marriott here in DeSoto. Add life to longer stays. We enjoy travelers who spend a lot of time on the road. Town Place Suites makes extended stay guest lives easier with spacious suites, full kitchens, unique home office TM suites, free breakfast, complimentary Wi-Fi, laundry facilities, 24-hour complimentary coffee service, and a town map to help them connect to the local neighborhood. Rates starting at $99.
The low.
Allow us to assist you with your travel needs at 972-780-9300. Once again, I got to wipe this tear out of my right eye because that segue just hit at the right time and struck a chord with me. So thank you for that, D-Ray.
Hey, man, you know what? And
That was awesome.
Hey, it's two things about this rap discussion I want to say real quickly. I think the most overrated is Notorious B.I.G. Now, you East Coast cats, don't kill me.
Okay, here we go.
I just think he's overrated. I think it's kind of, I'm going to say this. When you in church and you see the big girl about to sing a song, you expect her to be good. And I think it's the same thing.
That goes for all big people. They think all big people can
and
sing.
so I think
Big black people.
the big black guy rapper who talks like this, and people love Notorious B.I.G. and I never got into it. I just did not see what the hype was about.
Okay, so if that was the case, then what was the problem with Heavy D?
I love Heavy D.
Okay,
I
so
love
you
Heavy
love
D.
Heavy D, but you didn't like Biggie.
Yeah.
I think you're right
how
about
you
the
do that.
singing thing. The more chins you have,
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
the higher my expectations are.
That's
of
what
what
I'm
you're
saying.
about
and
to
the
do.
brainwashing about that is so deep that when Luther lost weight, people started
Everybody
talking about he
said
couldn't sing no more.
Yeah, Luther done lost it, man.
He can't look back. Hit them 100 pounds, took his voice.
You know what? It's like that in comedy too. You ever see somebody who was real funny when they what's his face? Lavelle Crawford.
Yeah.
He is hilarious
Yeah.
right now. Is
Lavelle is still living,
dangerously
right?
obese. Yeah, he is.
No, but somebody died who was dangerously obese. It wasn't Bruce. It was somebody else. Anyway, it'll come to me. I'm sorry.
Is
Within the
Lavelle
past
Crawford
year.
alive?
No, I'm not trying to kill Lavelle Crawford. Do not make a Facebook post
Please don't.
talking about Lavelle Crawford
Please
died.
don't.
We're not trying to start a trend. But somebody died recently. A comedian.
Man,
But
if
yeah.
Lavelle Crawford is dead, my day finna be bad a little bit.
I hope I'm wrong.
Nah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. Okay,
He's still
good.
alive.
Okay, good.
But yeah. I think Big. I don't know.
I love Biggie.
I
personally love
I couldn't get
Biggie.
into it. I couldn't
Biggie
get
had
into
some
it.
hits. Sure he did.
He had some
Yeah,
great
he had
hits.
some hits, man. But
I agree with you though. He didn't have really a long enough discography in order to put him up there with the greatest of all times. He had 2 CDs, 3 if you count the double album, but to put him
Right.
in the same category as everybody else who'd been having careers for almost a decade,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
They try to
But
project.
I love the East Coast.
yeah, and you know what? And I'm not an East Coast rap fan. Never have been. And so
You're not a Wu-Tang fan? Never like Wu-Tang? And
I mean, everybody like Cream. Everybody like "You All I Need" with Mary J singing the hook. Method Man. Shorty, I'm there for you anytime
Right.
you need me. Or real, I'm not gonna change the channel, but some of the stuff, man, I'm a third coast boy, man. I'm just you gotta have a bass line. If you don't have a good bass line,
I get
East Coast, cut it
it.
off.
You a Master P.
I couldn't get with I could not get with the Ice Cream Man and all that. Anything that's cheesy,
Right.
And I know I sound crazy because I'm the one that said I like Ludacris, and I know Ludacris.
But Ludacris not
But
cheesy.
I don't think Ludacris
Yeah, he's
is
not
cheesy.
cheesy
I think
at all.
he's unique, and I
Yeah.
think that's a fine line. It's like God, I can't think of her name. Rochelle Farrell, who sing with the singer who does
Sure.
all the different stuff with her voice,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's like comparing her
Beautiful
and Lady,
singer.
like
Beautiful
her
woman.
and Lady Gaga,
Right.
They're both different, but to me, Gaga comes across as being cheesy. Whereas some others can pull off. Amy Winehouse.
Right.
So I won't cross races. So let me just stay on the same race. Amy Winehouse never came across cheesy to me.
Yeah.
Never. On none of her stuff. It never. But some Lady Gaga stuff, I don't know. It just doesn't.
I think some of that was them trying to push her out to, hit
To the colored folks.
to a certain level, to a certain extent. They wanted to put her out there in a unique space where she was going to try to be.
That's a good way to say it.
Where she could be seen because there was so much. The rest of the genre was such the same pop type stuff, so they know that she was going to really shock the world and people was going to pay attention.
And you know what? The fact they did such a great job about that, I didn't even know that she actually could sing the way she did.
Exactly, which is where I was going with that. She can really perform. The girl is awesome.
But it's the same problem Erykah Badu had with Iggy Azalea and why she called out on the Soul Trains last year. With all saying that that's not really rap. And I know we talked about that maybe a show or two ago. When the stuff came up with old stupid recording people, D'Angelo Russell. But before we leave this, I did want to ask if you guys had a chance to listen to "You're a Coon" by Willie D. I think I sent that to you guys.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to
Oh, man. Okay, you know what? We can't talk about it. It's on internet. It is on iTunes. You can go to iTunes and listen to it right now.
And you know what? Willie D actually just followed us on Twitter.
Are you serious?
A couple days ago. Nope. I mean, yeah, I am serious.
I was kidding. He's serious.
But you want to know why? Because I shared it. I was on our Twitter page, and one day I just kept sharing that, and so they probably called his attention. I didn't know that though.
Yeah,
but I
did.
shared it. He dropped it one day. I saw it the next morning, and I shared it on every platform of social media I had.
Oh, okay.
And so I logged into our account, and I shared it. So that's cool. We got big ups Willie D. If you listen to this, man, he is calling out Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, old girl on Fox News.
Actually, you know what? I'm tripping. That was not the same. This is another Willie D. Yeah,
Willie D. Now you need to go and jump on.
Well, we need somebody.
We need you to jump in.
Know that the real Willie D. That we are. We're marking that song, but man, I need y'all. That's homework assignment. Y'all listen to that. We may talk about it on the next cast.
I'll listen to that on the way home today.
Yeah, but you got it, man. You got to listen to it
tonight.
But I'm a third coast rap fan, so you would think I was
like Chuck D. Chuck D is who followed
Oh,
us.
and the legend.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Chuck D.
Yeah.
Wow.
He follows a bunch of people.
Still
follows us.
But to say we got Chuck D as one of our followers is huge.
And sorry for mixing that up with Willie D. But,
yeah.
Sometimes them D's run together.
And hey, I did not say that. Russell talking about them D's running together. I ain't never had that issue, Russell. I mean, if you want to make a confession or something,
All right.
Oh, that is hilarious. But you would think I would be into like the Flow Riders and all that. But speaking of Chuck D, people sleep on Public Enemy. And I think it's kind of hard to say, was Public Enemy, were they East Coast? They definitely were not West Coast. They I guess they were Midwest. They kind of had their own sound though. Flavor Flav was the first hype man to, just to be out there like that.
Well, he was the first one to ever be recognized and anybody cared about.
Yeah, but he was the silly that got you to pay attention. Like, get up, get down. 911 is a joke in your town.
Oh, yeah.
But Chuck D was saying some real stuff. Elvis was a hero the most, but he didn't mean blank to me because the MF was a racist. I mean, he was saying, but man, by the time I get to Arizona, I was grown before I realized that was him pissed off at the guy who ran for president, McCain. McCain fought against MLK having be a national holiday.
Did he really?
Yeah, and so Arizona does not celebrate, or at least they had not, maybe until recently. But they were, let's just say, they were slow to come around to celebrating, recognizing MLK Day. So that song, By the Time I Get to Arizona, is in direct response to Arizona not accepting the MLK holiday.
And it was Senator John McCain who set that up?
Yes, and he even says McCain's name in the rap.
Wow.
By the time so Chuck D been putting it down.
Why was that not a bigger part of the story? The race, when he was going up against Obama back
because I think it is now. I think they accept it as a national holiday now.
If I had been Obama way back then, I'd be like, you want to vote for the man who, that would have been easy. I mean, not that any black people that, were not already strongly Republican, would have voted for him anyway. But still, hey, you know what, guys? We're getting ready to run out of time here, and I definitely wanted to talk about this because we talked about this earlier. Did y'all see the Lemonade HBO special music video
the
album
perfectly
release?
planned and trumped up propaganda that Beyonce
Man, you know
and Jay-Z.
these beehive people out here. They don't
start
play
buzzing
no
on our Twitter
games.
page.
You know what I'm saying? They don't play no games. I'm
That
just
was
asking
AD.
if you seen it.
The Beehive go after AD. Go after AD.
All I'm saying is
I did not see it. I'm sorry. I
that
did not
the
see it.
whole thing seems kind of like, and I'm gonna shout you out too, Usher, with the Confessions album.
Right.
How right after you had these issues with Chili, your album just seemed to be talking about those same type of issues.
And then let's just back
It seemed very convenient to sell album sales.
Okay, but we
That's
gotta back
possible.
up. But we gotta back up. How do you have issues with Chili? I just don't understand.
Yeah, that was wrong.
You don't have issues with Chili.
Wow.
You just enjoy
Yeah,
the chili
that was
with some
terrible.
crackers. You
That was terrible. Yeah.
you don't have it. That's just certain people.
Shouldn't have messed that one up.
You don't have issues with. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just had to go there.
You know, there was some show I saw Chili on, and she was talking to Floyd Mayweather or whatever. And after kind of seeing that, I was like, I see how Chili might have some problems.
No, really,
she got some pretty high demands.
She
You know
does
what I mean?
have some high demands. She has
She-
some high standards, but I
Right.
don't really think it's anything that if we really had her come in and explain those things,
Chili,
that we could
come to
really
the studio
argue
with
with.
Sure. I mean, obviously.
couldn't argue
I think
it.
one of them was, you have to have a private plane and you got to be able to buy something and do kind of materialistic. But like you said, AD, I can get it. If you are a multi-platinum selling award-winning artist, you don't want somebody taking you to McDonald's for your first
And I-
date.
and I
But you
think
know
I
what?
still-
But you know what? I bet you some of them deep down really do.
They want
Yeah,
you to go
and
to
I
I think
McDonald's.
deep down they want the average working everyday brother. I do.
I believe that she
because-
would say
Hey,
that.
Chili, you know what?
The thing
I
is,
ain't got
she
paid yet. We can go up here and get this 4 for 4 and get to know you.
Win these things, but you get to know each other.
You know what? But I think
Tell
I've
you
heard her
something.
talking about an article, or actually on I saw her somewhere doing an interview where she was talking about that was kind of taken out of context. That she's just saying that if you have that status,
Right.
and you already have that, knowing that is on the level she is on, that you should come correct.
Right.
If she fell for a guy that was the average working Joe, all she wants him to do is his best. You know what I'm saying?
She says she has some other requirements.
She does.
Well,
I'm not saying
She
she's.
says she has some physical requirements.
I believe that too.
Oh, well, now, hey.
I believe
Hey,
that.
well, speaking of requirements, and then we are gonna get back to the Lemonade. Larry Tunsil, that video of him smoking weed that was going around.
Yeah.
He said it's from years ago, but that slide in the draft has cost him $12 million.
So this is the question.
Over
Because you
a
can't
blunt?
can you have it both ways? Either he was hacked and it wasn't him, or it was him, but it
No,
was,
he came out and apologized.
But then I thought somebody said earlier today
His
they
agent
said-
was trying to cover, but no,
Yeah, his agent was
this
trying to cover. His agent said that it
this
was
just
hacked.
came across Team Stream.
and it worked because
Bleacher
it got
Report,
him, got
and
him
it-
drafted in the top
Yeah,
15.
and he said that obviously that was from his freshman year, and that and he actually came out and apologized himself, not his agent.
That's
so
pretty
big
expensive.
big ups to you, Tunsil. But that's a $12 million mistake.
Yeah, that's an expensive
Good.
lesson to learn.
that is very expensive.
But speaking of expensive, Lemonade. How expensive
Wow.
was this Lemonade on HBO, gentlemen? I got to go home and watch it. I gave y'all a homework assignment, so I got to go home.
I tried to watch it, but I just like I said, I'm sorry, Beehive people. I definitely respect Beyonce and kind of the career that she's had, and things like that.
Gotta
I just don't
respect
get
that.
it. I
Gotta
don't
respect that.
get it.
I'm-
Why do people stand so hard for people that they have never met and never will meet ever in life? It just doesn't compute to me. These people are more concerned, it seems, about Beyonce's relationship with Jay-Z than their own relationships.
Because they vicariously live their lives through these people, because it's easier to do that every day than to get up and create the life that they want themselves.
And that's awful depressing.
But it is the truth.
That is honestly God truth.
It is the honest to God truth that it is too hard to get up and try to become and to really put into to perspective the hard work, effort, and what just the perseverance through the struggles or whatever that Beyonce had to go through, and anybody that reaches that level of stardom to get to that level, what it takes to get there. Nobody wants to go through that grind. So instead of that, I'll get up in the morning, and instead of challenging myself to become that,
right,
I'll just watch it on TMZ and whatever else I got to watch it on, and watch, when Beyonce does the Lemonade special, I'll watch it, and then, if she get cheated on, I'll feel bad for her. And even if it's not real, to me, I put myself in that position so that I can feel what it would be like. Because I feel you, girl.
But see, to me, all those things add in together. You know what I mean? Just kind of this false sense of knowing someone via the media and social media and all that stuff. I mean, first off, Beyonce's last album, which was supposedly a really, really, really personal album, when she's talking about all the sex stuff with her and Jay-Z and being married and whatever, she admits freely she didn't write most of those records. The Dream and all these other writers wrote these experiences for her. She candidly says, hey, that's why I felt so good being able to talk about things that I was singing about in these songs that definitely were not happening in real life. And so how can you, especially if you're a Beyonce fan and you've seen that interview, and you must have seen that interview if you're such a beehiver, whatever they call it, how can you then jump to this Lemonade video and all of a sudden think that now Beyonce's writing all of her lyrics and writing all of her songs, and now this is the absolute truth of what has happened in their relationship? Like, what kind of hold do these famous people have over you to where you're so easily manipulated? I don't get it.
I don't care that much.
I really only paid attention to it because I knew it might be a potential topic for the show,
right?
But I really didn't care. And and again, I like you said, love her career,
right?
Love her. She's a great performer,
right?
Love a lot of her music. I didn't really care for the music that I've heard so far from the album, and therefore it kind of leads me to believe, when other people say that the coincidence is there and that this is what was going to take to sell the album.
Right.
And they'd also, anytime I don't hear the accused in some form or fashion
respond,
right,
it kind of lends me to believe that you knew it was coming because you planned it.
Right.
And I mean, his reputation was as a gangster rapper anyway. And is it ever going?
I'm so glad we didn't mention him as one of the all-time greats. He is so overrated, by the way. Jay-Z, I said it. Come after me if you want me.
I'm just saying that his reputation is not going to be hurt one bit by being known at all as if he cheated on Beyonce.
Well, let's take that right there. I mean, if anything, he's actually being helped by all of this because her album's being exclusively released on Tidal.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which, by the way, and I don't know why we didn't talk about it today, but Prince is only on Tidal.
Who?
Prince.
Yeah. And
is it really?
Yes, it's only on Tidal. You cannot get it on iTunes anywhere.
Yes, and he contributed to creating that, so he was behind it 100%.
I just bought a Prince song on iTunes the other day.
Okay, well, put it like this: maybe on Apple streaming service, you can't do, because I don't buy songs anymore. I do everything on.
Because that makes sense. After he died, I went to go find Seven. Man, that Seven song jam. I've never really listened to it. Right.
And we'll watch them fall.
So I went to Spotify, went to YouTube. Nothing out there.
You can't find it.
Had to buy it on iTunes.
You can't find it.
I can't wait to hear all of the unreleased stuff. That Prince has. I can't wait to hear it.
You heard Pancakes and Waffles?
No, I haven't heard that yet.
I just made it up.
I figured you did.
I feel for it too. I walk right into it.
It's funny that everybody keeps, he's this brilliant musical artist, but everybody just keeps thinking about him making pancakes for Charlie Murphy after playing basketball off the Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Which was true, by the way. All that is supposed to be true.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
Yeah, he released the album that was
it had that on the cover.
It did.
Yeah. That was, rest in peace, Prince.
Already, man.
That was.
So are we saying that ultimately, I think the consensus is on Lemonade that we don't ultimately care?
We don't.
But do you think that there's any potential truth to any of the stuff that was kind of spelled out in there? The only thing that makes me think that some of it might have been true it might have some inspiration from her real life is because I don't care what you say about any of the other kind of public appearances that she's had with Jay-Z or their daughter or whatever, but that elevator fight, that came from somewhere.
Yeah, it did.
Well, let me tell you something.
It did.
And let me tell you something, man. As Beyonce's father, I read something years ago that it was a quote by Beyonce's uncle saying that she never really wanted to marry Jay-Z. He just kind of wore her down. But
I can see that.
Jay is too old. Jay-Z is too old. He's older than all of us, and people consider us old. He's too old to, when I listen to Big Pimpin', I thug him, love him. Thug him, hug him. Something I don't effing need him. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just can't. That's the same dude who is now raising a daughter.
Right.
And I just want these artists just to be just a little bit more conscious of what they're saying, because one day your kids are going. And Jay, would you want your kid to marry? Would you want Blue to marry somebody who was willing to record those lyrics and to still rap them and be in his mid to late 40s?
It's just like our, new follower on Twitter. Instant karma, ho. Just like that.
Instant karma. But I'm just saying, even M put his daughter on the album where he was, I think my dad's gone crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he was going hard on that album about a lot of stuff.
He did.
But M also said on 60 Minutes, he does not let at the time, he did not let his daughter listen to any of his stuff.
He
said if she hears his stuff, it's not because he said it's not, I don't want her to listen to it. And so, which pissed me off, because I'm thinking, well, you're marketing to all these other kids.
Exactly.
And
it's
she
like
gonna hear it eventually.
Who's selling crack to everybody else but don't want to sell nothing to his family members. That's
exactly.
I can respect it, but at the same time, that's terrible.
If it's
don't sell it to begin with.
Exactly, and you putting it out there. So whether they get it now, when you can protect them, putting it out there is just keeping it out there. So when they get away from you, it'll be there.
I bet you.
So I don't really make sense.
Bet you, Haley, if she listens to that Slim Shady LP album and listens to that track where he's brutally murdering her mother, man, I wonder how she would feel. I'm sure she has heard it too.
Oh, I'm sure she has by now.
Of course.
How does that work? You know what I mean?
Hey,
how does that? Well, I understand. Relationships have problems, but
I think he would sell it as I'm an artist. It was expression. It was it wasn't really
that's crap.
Severe.
That's crap.
And
by the way.
I was just really letting my emotions get out.
Yeah, that's crap. But that's my mom you talking about. So.
Yeah,
but I think that Jay.
If you live in the hood, you done heard worse being called to somebody's mama, and it happens.
But I think I saw the video that was going. I guess the video was going around Facebook. So I only saw one. I don't know if HBO had a bunch of them. Had a bunch of videos back to back with it. I just saw the one, and I read the lyrics. And so I think Beyonce is. If it's a call for help, I do think it's organized. Do I think Jay-Z does not have a song where he's not misogynistic? At least I haven't heard it. If he does, tweet us and I'll listen to it and I'll come on air and apologize. But all this stuff is full of misogyny. And so is a lot of hip hop.
Right.
But at least Tupac had a balance. We talked about Brenda's Got a Baby earlier. At least he had that. At least he had Dear Mama.
Well, as he got on, he was already.
Well, no, his first.
Tupacalypse Now is one of his first ones.
But when he first came out, he was with Digital Underground. He was one of their rappers.
Right.
Now I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girls used to frown, saying down when I come around.
Right.
And so that no cussing, no nothing.
Right. And because that was what we hear from Will's wife, Jada.
Right.
Is that was the true Tupac.
Mm-hmm. He never got arrested until he started rapping.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
He was an actor.
And that was to build the image that he needed when he joined Death Row.
But then that image got real. Extremely real. I don't know if y'all know kind of any of the backstory of what happened after all that stuff at Death Row and
I try to read as much of it as I can. I don't know what's real and what's not, but I read it all.
Oh, some of the people who are in the industry right now can attest, I think, to some of the stuff he's talking about. Did you ever hear that conversation? It was a leaked telephone conversation he had with some big ex-gang member.
I listened to it. I know what you're talking about. It's been a while since I listened to it, but I did listen to it.
Like, I think if, you hear that and listen to some other stuff that is out there, you'll see. I think things got real for him real quick right after he did Juice.
Well, but then also think about the spoken word piece he did. Matter of fact, Nike is using it to sell Derrick Rose shoes.
The rose that grew from concrete.
Rose grew from concrete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and,
Yeah.
and so the brother was brilliant. And
Yeah,
I
it
just
was.
wish I could have seen him further evolve. Can you imagine Tupac endorsing the candidate? You know what I'm saying? And like,
Right.
you know, can you imagine? I
Right.
think he was moving in that direction.
He was.
Who is that now that just came out and endorsed Bernie Sanders? I see his face.
Killer Mike.
Thank you. I love that. I love that. Even if I don't agree with everything Killer Mike talks about, at least he's engaged in the process.
Yeah, Killer Mike is talented, but I think he definitely has some paranoia type things going on with some of his songs. Even though one of his songs about what's his name? Reagan, Jam So Hard. I forget what it's called. I think it is just called Reagan.
Is it really? I gotta look.
You gotta listen to that. But speaking of moving on, we're moving on to episode 8. We wrapped number 7 here.
We
Wow,
wrapped.
that went fast.
On
It
the
went real
NFL draft Thursday. No Idea show Thursday.
Already
Thank you to
No
all the
Idea.
people commenting and communicating with us
Hey.
on Twitter and on Facebook.
Can I issue a challenge?
We're up to pick
Yeah, let's
19,
do it.
baby.
I'll tell you what. Twitter and Facebook. We're probably having more success on Twitter because we got more people on Twitter right now. Send us your top 10 rappers, and maybe we'll pick a list that we like, and we'll send you something. I don't know what that is. we'll talk about it amongst us. We'll
Yeah,
get out
we'll
there.
figure it out.
You know, or maybe just a bunch of shout outs or something. I don't know. But
We
send
gonna
us-
shout you out.
Send us your tweet us direct message. No. Do we want direct message or we just want to just tweet?
Nah, no DM. We
Okay.
don't go down to
It
the DM.
don't go down. It
Nah,
don't
it
go
don't
down.
go down to our DM.
Okay, good. So we want you to it go down. Okay, we want you to we want you to just mention us on Twitter
drugs.
with your top 10 and do hashtag No Idea Top 10.
In addition to that, can I say something? You
Yes,
know what?
sir.
Twitter is a very interesting place for a number of different reasons. You get to kind of interact with people from all around the world. You get to kind of jump in on their conversations. It's really cool in that way. And likes are fine. But you know what? If you listen to the show, if you enjoy the show, we want to ask you to share it. Go ahead and
Share it.
retweet that thing.
Retweet it.
Share it with your friends. Let people know. Help us to grow the show, if you will. And we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Once
let 'em
again.
know. AD done gone crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put it
That's
out
a-
there.
that's a-
D-Ray.
Yeah, that's an everyday thing. Put whatever you feel. Challenge some of our thoughts on the show. We just love the interaction. And obviously, you can email us at noideacast@gmail.com if you have any inquiries about that. Once again, our Twitter handle is @noideacast. And follow us, talk to us, communicate with us. Our Facebook, D-Ray, what? Do you have the info on that?
Yes, it's just No Idea at Facebook.com/No Idea. And there's a bunch of them, but you'll see our logo. The white background with the kind of purple writing that says No Idea.
Yeah, let us be your friend.
Yeah. And
That's
matter of
all we
fact,
say. Let's
We
be
are
your
your
friend.
friend.
we up to like 28 friends now. So boy, we
Oh,
are.
we moving on. Come
But
on.
now, I don't know how many we have on the like page, but on the regular, on the page where we're actually a human being.
Come on now.
Hey,
We
both
can
of them,
double
both
that.
of
This,
them, both
we
of
can
them.
double
Yeah,
that
both
this
of
week.
them. Can you give us a like?
We can
Can
double
we
that.
ask
Give
that
us
you
a
give
share.
us a
Yes.
like? You know,
Give us a
can you
share.
type in No Idea Cast and take a second and hit that like button? That would be awesome. We appreciate
Yeah.
it.
That'll be great. We love you. We love you.
And with that, D-Ray,
Tricky little kid.
AD, all day, Russell, we out. Number 7 in the
let's go.
books.